Hey guys, welcome back to the ranch. Today I'm going to show you how to replace the battery for a TomTom Go 500 series navigation device. Should also work for the newer ones. I think it's the 520s, the 5200s, 620s, and 6200s, I believe are the numbers. Yeah, we're going to try to replace it because the batteries are prone to fail in these devices. Mine failed quite a while ago and it's really a pain. Every time you're at a rest stop, you turn off the car, the whole device basically crashes because it's got no battery anymore that, keeps the power going. And you always got to wait like 2 minutes at a minimum for it to boot back up till you're ready to go once you're back in the car. Yeah, so let's get started. I purchased this battery online. With shipping it cost me like 20 bucks, so it's not too bad. Now I'm going to be following the directions from ifixit.com on how to take the device apart and how to change the battery. Now they do say that the clips that are holding the front part together here do tend to break off. So we'll see how that goes. For me it's not that much of an issue as this device is already 5 years old. And let's face it, if it breaks I'll just tape it up and in a couple years I'll probably replace it with a newer version anyway. So let's get started. First off, we got these two screws down here, these two Torx screws that we need to remove with a really small Torx screwdriver. So let's go ahead and do that. Place them to the side. Next, you'll want to take some type of screen prying tools. I got this kit a while ago when I had to replace a screen on one of my cell phones to get in between here and gently start prying around all of the device here. There should be 14 latches holding the front part to this back part here. So we got to be really gentle and trying to pry this apart. You'll have to probably use multiple tools to keep it open once you got it started. So let's see if we can get it started. It doesn't say where the best point is, so we'll just try to figure it out ourselves while trying to stay in camera. There we go. You can see those are the clips here that I was talking about. Those there, all around. Let's see how many we broke actually. Now we gotta find the side with the ribbon cable. At least there should be one. Ah, it's over here. See down here, I need a tool to point. This ribbon cable here, we gotta pry it up from the board on the bottom because you want to disconnect it. So be gentle, don't just pull the two halves apart. You'll be able to get underneath here with your prying tool, put it on the PCB board. Trying to do things in reverse here through the camera screen, and gently lift up. And then at least that will be disconnected. And then we got a little bit of tape here. Just gently lift it off. Now, the front end is off, and that was the connector here I was talking about. So I just went with my little tool, you know, underneath from the PCB board and just lifted it up like that. Just that little strip of glue here that was stuck to the back here, which you can take off. And you can see we seem to have gotten lucky and not, oh, there we go, and not damaged any of the clips. So we got lucky there. Alright, next step. Next step is we got to remove the motherboard, this little greenish thing here, from the platform here itself. So you got these little Phillips head screws here all around. You're going to want to unscrew those. There should be 5 of these screws. I think it's a number 0 screwdriver, they say, and we'll quickly take those out. So, grab your number 0 Phillips and start screwing them out. Okay. Next, we gotta disconnect this connector here from the motherboard, which they say to do with little pins like this. See if I can do it well so you guys can see something. Gently pull it out of the socket here. I gotta put it down. Probably from both sides. Yeah. Both sides, rock it out, and then it's disconnected. And then we're gonna have to do the same. Disconnect this here one right here. You can use whatever tool you actually want. I'm gonna try the same one again. See if this works for me. Just slowly grab it and wiggle it out, maybe. There we go. So both of those are disconnected. Next, we should be able to pull the motherboard out. Just gently take your prying tool and let's see if we can gently pry it out. Might be glued on. Just gently pull on it. There we go. Mindful of the connections down here, the USB power ports. Just slowly pull out. As you can see, now you got your speaker back here. Oh, there we go. Your speaker's here, and here's the battery, which is the issue. Battery is going to be taped down again. So we're going to have to pry it off with the tool nice and gently. And that's it. That's how we get the battery out. Now you can see I got the exact same battery again. I'm just going to open up and make sure it really is the same. Because you never know these days. Let's have a look. They are both 3.7 volt DC 900. This one's 920 milliamps. This one's 950. That's okay. 3.5 watt hours. 3.4. That should be fine. The connectors are identical. So we'll put this one back here and start again with the reassembly. Okay, so what I got a piece of double-sided kind of sticky tape, because the other one did have it also, the old one. I just put it on here. That's just so the battery doesn't, you know, flop around back and forth, because as you can see, the box opening around it is quite a bit larger than the battery itself. So we'll just put that back in, route the cable back in a similar direction that it was before, and we'll start putting it back together again. So that means reverse steps. Taking the motherboard, I'm going to feed this through here. Start with the bottom of it as we tilted it out, so we're going to tilt it back in. Make sure all our connectors come through the hole again. Make sure it seats itself nicely. And then we gotta plug in these two little tiny plugs again. So I'm just gonna do it reverse with tweezers, or at least try to, or just use my finger. Seems to work. And then with the battery, same way. Just make sure I don't get it upside down. Let me quickly see which way it was. So we had black on the left, red on the right. Sorry, upside down. This way I meant. No, black on the left, red on the right, like this. So there you go. Just looked at my picture upside down, that's it. Next we're going to put back the screws. Don't over tighten them, just nice and snug. And you'll notice, I didn't show that before, but let me get them next to me. There are actually two different sizes. I'll call this the big one and I'll call this the small one. So the big ones are here on these outside corners, and this one, and the two small ones you have were right here. So, I say again, big ones are here, these bigger holes around, and the two small ones are right next to here. Just in case you forgot where they belong. You'll notice, because the other ones won't really fit, the big ones into those small holes, and the small ones are going to be swimming in the big holes. So, all screws are back in. Now it's time to put the front part back on, the back part, which means you're going to have to reconnect the flat connector over here, so that's going to be a bit tricky. I'm not sure you're going to see that well on camera as it goes over on this side here, or my big fat head's probably in your way. It's rather difficult because it keeps wanting to pull away, and you gotta line it up exactly, otherwise you can't push it in. There we go. That is in. Now I'm gonna push the tape down again. Now first thing I do before I snap it together, I'm going to see if I can turn the device on. Which means, first of all, we installed the battery the right way. Second of all, this is a good battery and has a charge. Because my old battery over here would not start at all. So you want to do this before you snap the screen back together again. Well, you can see it needs to charge itself, but we can also quickly try that out. I got a cable here on the side somewhere. Quickly plug it into the micro USB. See if it'll begin to charge or not. Or if it's too far down. Nope. It's got power. That's excellent. So, in that case, we can start snapping everything together again. Okay, so snapping it together, I'm just going to start on one side, pushing it down, and work my way around. And that's that. So, after we snapped it together, the last thing to do is to replace the two Torx screws down here on the bottom. Get your small Torx screwdriver again. Mine is from that repair kit, so it's a really cheap screwdriver. Okay, and that's it. That's how you replace the battery on a TomTom Go 500. I'll put down in the description with other models it goes for. I think it's the same as I said for the 520, 620, 5000 series, 6000 series. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you like this kind of content, please do subscribe, click the notification bell, leave us a comment below, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.